First time in 2 months, King County reported no new deaths linked to coronavirus. In fact, the state as a whole reported a low number of deaths yesterday with a total of 8. Pierce County reported 2 new deaths among 25 cases. Snohomish County reported 23 cases. Governor Jay Inslee is allowing more outdoor recreational with additional guidelines. This means activities like tennis, horseback riding, and motorsports are allowed again. There are different rules for the sports depending on where you live, though. So let's check in with King 5's Kara LIFELINE live in Puyallup this morning to explain. Kara, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. So here in Pierce County, we are still in phase 1 of the governor's plan. The good news is you can play tennis now, but if you are hoping to play with members from other households, the rule is singles only. But depending on where you live, if you are in phase 2, then those restrictions don't apply. So some other sports that are allowed now: guided horseback riding, paddle sports, ATV tours, and motorsports now allowed. Restrictions just depend on which phase your area is in. And this is because since some smaller counties are able to start phase 2 earlier if they've been approved by the state. So let's look at the rules for some of these activities. For ATV, paddle sports, and horseback riding, guided tours can only be with people from your household. But if you live in an area that is under phase 2, groups of mixed households are allowed, and you can do overnight trips. So when it comes to guided fishing trips, if your area is in phase 1, no more than groups of 2 are allowed, and the other person has to be from your household. But if your area is in phase 2, you can have as many as 8 people, but no more than 2 households. Now, there are additional health and safety restrictions and guidelines that will come with those facilities and staffing that are providing these activities. So if you want more information on all of this, all you have to do is text the word outdoors to the number you see there on your screen. That is 206-448-4545, and we will send you a link. Live here in Puyallup, Kara LIFELINE, King 5 News.
Thank you so much, Kiera. Also in Snohomish County, Sheriff Adam Fortney faces a hearing this afternoon regarding a recall petition. Here's what we know. We know that that recall effort began after Sheriff Fortney announced that he would not enforce Governor Jay Inslee's stay home, stay healthy order. Fortney urged residents to contact their local lawmakers and demand businesses to be allowed to reopen and employees to return to work. Just last week, Snohomish County Prosecutor Adam Cornell said that the county would not cover the legal costs for the sheriff to defend the recall effort. We know today's hearing is scheduled for 2 o'clock this afternoon. Another person not happy about the governor's mandate is Tim Eyman. He held a rally in Olympia yesterday where he officially announced his campaign for governor, and this is Eyman's first time running.
I'm running against Jay Inslee. All the other guys that are running, they're all good guys, but I'm running against Jay Inslee. I've been doing it since last November. It's pedal to the metal.
Eyman is riding on the success of his $30 car tab initiative. Based on our most recent statewide survey of registered voters, he is the highest ranking challenger to the governor.
A surge in fraudulent claims has forced the state to freeze unemployment payments while they track down the crooks. The announcement comes as unemployment cases spiked again yesterday. They're up 20% from last week, but down from the peak we saw in mid-April. 1.3 million claims were filed last week. So far, the state has paid out nearly $3 billion during this pandemic. And now, with imposters trying to open fake accounts, the state is withholding payments for the next 2 days. Earlier this week, they also restricted the number of phone calls they'll take so they can work on reaching some 57,000 people having issues with their applications. Thousands of Holland America employees are out of work. The company announced yesterday it's laying off or furloughing half of its workforce. That's about 2,000 people across Seattle, California, and Alaska. CEO Stein Cruz told us it's the saddest thing he's had to do.
The thing I feel worst about is that every one of my colleagues who will no longer be my colleagues have not done anything to cause this. It is not that we made wrong bets or that we made bad investments or that we did business decisions that didn't work out. It is something that has been brought us, and the result is that people, good people, are losing their jobs.
Right now, the cruise industry is under a no-sail order. It's set to expire July 24th, but the CDC could extend it. The Emerald Queen Casino in Tacoma will reopen on Monday. It sits on tribal lands, and tribes can make reopening decisions on their own outside of the governor's orders. The casino says it will institute several safety precautions, including temperature checks and limiting casino capacity.
Well, a treatment called convalescent plasma has offered a ray of hope in treating COVID-19. It involves a transfusion of antibodies from a recovered coronavirus patient. The chief nursing officer from Mount Sinai Hospital in Brooklyn got sick and received this treatment.
I remember taking that first deep breath. I felt like I had oxygen. I felt like I won the lottery.
It really sounds like almost a miracle.
Wow. Well, 10,000 patients nationwide have received this treatment. A research consortium of 5,000 doctors is now studying the procedure.
The impact of the pandemic is being felt in grocery stores across the state. There's a surplus of some foods, but a shortage of others. King 5's Sebastian Robertson shows us how one group is hoping to close the gap.
One of the unintended consequences of this lockdown is a food supply chain that is in flux. That's how we end up with two Marysville women who now have a garage full of produce.
30 bags of onions and 20 bags of potatoes.
Melissa Knack, a Marysville mom, is practicing what she preaches.
2,500 pounds of produce.
Opening her garage to produce, potatoes and onions to be specific.
Well, the farmers over in Eastern Washington are having a hard time moving their supply because of COVID.
Every little bit helps, as the Washington Potato Commission is on a mission to give away 1 million pounds of potatoes.
However many you need, that's what they're encouraging people to take.
This was the scene at the Tacoma Dome. 200,000 pounds handed out at this drive-through event. Potatoes and meat, both feeling the impact of the virus. Just this week, the Tyson beef plant in Walla Walla County opened up after being closed due to reports of a coronavirus outbreak.
And now they're in my garage.
Back in Marysville, and this produce will soon leave the garage and be distributed for free during a farmer's market Friday. Produce that Terry Meyer drove more than 6 hours round trip to pick up from a farm in Eastern Washington.
It would have been tilled under in the field.
Last week, 500 pounds were handed out in mere minutes. Friday, they hope to hand out all 2,500 pounds.
Here in Marysville, that free farmers market will be Friday at noon. For more information, look for this story on king5.com. In Marysville, Sebastian Robertson, King 5 News.
Food Lifeline will distribute several thousand emergency food boxes today to anyone needing help keeping food on the table during this crisis. The distribution will occur at the Food Lifeline Soda Warehouse on East Marginal Way, south from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., and then at Food Lifeline's main location on South 96th Street in Seattle from 2 to 5 p.m. The schedule is also available on the homepage of foodlifeline.org.